We took 10 businesses, we put it into ChatGPT, and we said rank them based on 2 criteria: how much money you can make and how enjoyable they are. I built a $500 million business, and we're gonna see who or what do I agree with or not.
So we have home remodeling or renovating contractor, and I put this in S tier.
I disagree. So on the S tier, home remodeling is not a great business to get into, in my opinion. The reason being is because ultimately you either got to do it yourself or you got to find contractors, and contractors don't want to work on small projects. What you do is you get the lowest, caliber or quality. I would put this business in the D. I own a real estate company as well as a financial services company and many a restaurant. And probably one of the most challenging was doing home remodeling and flipping condos. What I find, if you want to make money in that real estate, is going into the real estate development, buying a piece of property, hiring real contractors, building those contractors and selling that home. The margins are better, the quality of people that are doing it are better, they're better business people, and the margins are way higher. So I would call that a D.
Commercial cleaning company, put it in A tier.
I would agree. I think a commercial cleaning company is an A tier type of business. The reason being is because commercial has to get their stuff cleaned every single day. So if you are good at sales and you're good at rallying a bunch of people around doing the actual job of cleaning, and there's always people that are looking for that type of work, I think you can build a really, really large business. And there's no top, there's no cap or ceiling to how much you can do, because there's always commercial cleaning going on everywhere.
Restaurants in C.
Restaurants in C, I could see that. So I own a restaurant, I'm new to the business, I like the business, it's a low margin, there's a lot of moving parts, it's open 7 days a week, open holidays, nights and weekends, it's a low quality of life business if you're the operator. I am not the operator of that business, which makes the margins even less. Food goes bad, customers complain, it's just really a lot of moving parts. I will say with all that, it's a hell of a lot of fun, and the people are amazing that work in those restaurants.
I have a feeling you'll agree with this next one. Financial advising firm, S tier.
Yeah, that's an S tier. So I 100% agree. I built a $500 million business in this industry. There's no barrier in terms of how big you can make it. There's nobody telling you. There's complexity in the regulations and the products and the services, but as soon as you get those sort of complexities down, the world is your oyster. I have both hired, trained people that are multi-millionaires today, people that have had big exits as a result of the work that we've done together. All that is because it's a great business. Customers are great. You get to help people. We always say the ideal candidate for this type of business is somebody who has the mind of a capitalist and the heart of a social worker. So if you want to make a lot of money and sell, this is the business. It's an S.
We didn't even ask it to, but at the end, it just gave us its #1 recommendation of all the businesses. And it was a financial advising firm.
Really? Yeah, ChatGPT told you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Junk removal, B tier.
Oh, B tier? I could go B plus on this. I'm almost an A when it comes to junk removal, particularly waste management, meaning trash removal and those types of things. Again, everybody needs it. Owning a restaurant, I have to call these people twice a day to come get the trash. I think once you got the trucks and the infrastructure in place, I think you could build a really, really massive business, and then you can roll these up. You can go buy these. There's a lot of them for sale from little companies who've been doing it a long time. So I think that's a B plus. Low barrier of entry, easy to find people and to work, low cost of capital to be able to build it, hire some salespeople, be in the trash business like the Sopranos.
Law firm, S tier.
Law firm is a terrible, terrible business, particularly in the day of AI. Right now, I thought WebMD was going to be bad for doctors, but AI is going to be even worse for lawyers. Knowledge has become free. Today, I deal with a lot of lawyers and a lot of contracts in business. The first thing I do is I take it, I put it into ChatGPT, I say, dumb it down, tell me what's wrong with it, tell me what I should be able to do better to protect myself, and then I send it back to my lawyer to go read through it. It's smarter than lawyers. Even though I pay these lawyers, I think 5 years from today, the legal game will be a race to the bottom in terms of cost, because AI will really just do a huge dent in it, to be honest.
So that's a D. Pressure washing, B tier.
Pressure washing. I don't think that's a great scalable business. I think people don't know they need pressure washing, and it's very niche-y. I would say that's probably a C in my mind. You're going to have a tougher time because not everybody's looking for that type of service all of the time. Businesses that I think are good is where there's always demand for it, and even if there's a lot of people doing it, then I'm just fighting for market share. But I don't think that everybody's out there every single day thinking to myself, I got to get my car pressure washed, or I need to get my driveway pressure washed. So it's very niche-y. So you're trying to convince people all the time. I think it's a C, maybe even a D.
HVAC, installation and repair, S tier.
I think that's an S tier business. And the reason being is I live in Florida, and the air conditioning is imperative to living. And they break down, you need filters constantly. The climate just in general is really tough on them, and the HVAC units live outside. like I said before, in the other part of the project that we did, you've basically got 3 different ways to make money and monetize the HVAC business. One way is in new construction. As long as you're in a state or a community that's building, you'll be able to tap into that business. The second is replacements. Every 5 or 6 years, everybody needs an air conditioning system. And in Florida, my home has 4 air conditioning units, 3 mini splits. So every 5 years, that's $100,000 I know I have to spend on the HVAC units. And then there's just maintenance. Call them up in the middle of the night, somebody's showing up because the HVAC doesn't work. First you get it going again, then you've got a maintenance plan, and then you sell them a new unit. The challenge with this is that nobody wants to do it anymore. And this is the truth with all trades. So what I would do in that business is I would constantly have a training ground where I would bring in people that are interested and I would teach them how to do it, kind of like an apprentice program in order to be able to scale the business. But I think that's an S of a business.
Event planning, B tier.
I would give this a C tier. And a really good friend of ours is in the event planning business, and she does an unbelievable job, and she's got a wildly successful business. It always comes down to her. It's nights, weekends, and it's when everybody else is doing things. So it's a lot of demand on your time. You can make really, really good money, but it's nights, weekends, it's holidays, and it's really tough to scale because ultimately, no matter how big you are, somebody's got to run these events, and it's usually the person that owns that business. So I would say that's a C. If I were going to do it and I was going to do an events business, it would be more corporate events, which would mean bigger companies with larger events, but I wouldn't focus on the smaller stuff, which most people do. So I'd say that's a C.
Real estate brokerage, S tier.
I love the S tier. Real estate brokerage is a great business. Anything that's sales that you can scale by hiring and growing and training people in order to be able to do more and more of it, I think it's an unbelievable business. There's a difference between an individual agent and Coldwell Banker. What's the difference between an individual agent and Coldwell Banker? Coldwell Banker decided that it wanted to be a company of real estate agents. So if you're going to do it, the brokerage firm is the way to do it. And then to be a company of real estate agents rather than being a real estate agent is the way to scale a great business. It's just your capacity to be able to grow and lead people. That would be the difference between your success. In case you didn't notice, it didn't rank anything in D tier because in reality, any business can be successful. As you can see, I disagree with that. If you want to flame me or disagree with anything I say, put it in the comments section. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more. See you guys on the next one.